Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. I feel like I haven't filmed a reaction video to Freelee in forever, and I've kind of missed it. So that is what I am doing today. The video that I am reacting to is entitled, What Supermodel Ashley Graham Eats in a Day, Harper's Bazaar, Freelee Reacts. I've noticed Freelee has been reacting to a lot of Harper's Bazaar's What I Eat in a Day video where they ask a celebrity, a model, an influencer to go through a typical what they eat in a day, and Freelee reacts, and she gets mad, and then I react, and I get mad, and it's just like the circle of life, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna jump right into this video.
Hey Fruitable, I'm Freelee, welcome back to the Fruitable channel. So I'm just drinking my water here that has been labelled with love. We are one, thank you. I love you. You are life. I'm giving love to my water, and I'm going to talk about it more in an upcoming video, probably on my main channel, so stay tuned for that. But today's video is a response to Harper's Bazaar. And the video is Everything Supermodel Ashley Graham Eats in a Day, Food Diaries Bite-Size Harper's Bazaar. It's a bit of a mouthful, right? They really tried to fit as many keywords in that title as possible. So this is the video, and I don't know who Ashley Graham is. I have heard her name, but I have no idea about her. She's a supermodel, so that tells us a lot, doesn't it? So I'm going to be responding to what she eats. I have not seen this video yet, so it's going to be the real raw reaction. We're going to watch it together, and I think that's the best way to do these videos.
It does kind of bother me that Freelee doesn't put in just a little bit of extra effort to find out maybe just a couple of facts about the person she is reacting to. That might be me being a little nitpicky, but it's just like, if you're gonna put the time into, sitting down, watching a video, getting so mad at what they eat, maybe take 5-10 minutes just to Google the person's name, learn a thing or two about them. Again, that might just be me being a little nitpicky.
I am intrigued to see what she eats. And if you like these videos, definitely give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You really can vote it down if you feel that way, if that's your opinion. It's not reflecting badly on anyone, okay? Just do what you feel in the moment. And that's it. We are going to get into it. So, everything she eats. Ashley, what have you got for us?
Hi, I'm Ashley Graham, and this is everything I eat in a day.
Oh, it didn't look too good.
The first thing I do when I wake up is, I don't set an alarm because Isaac is my alarm, and it's this little baby monitor, and all of a sudden around 6 o'clock I hear, wah, wah, and I go and I get Isaac, and then we come back to bed. And
I'm just thinking how little this baby is. Wouldn't she be sleeping with the baby? I don't know. I feel like, look, I'm not a parent, okay? I'm not a parent. I don't have experience, and I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. With such a small baby, wouldn't you have the baby, next to you? I feel like that would be our natural way of being a mother, how it should be, but she's got the baby on a baby monitor. I don't know.
So Freelee is now an expert on parenting, even though I have seen many videos of her, practically insulting women who choose to have babies, and she herself does not want to have kids. I mean, she did put a little bit of a disclaimer, I don't have kids, but it's yeah, you don't have kids and you don't want them, so I don't think you should be speaking. This is a woman who judges the moral character of a person based on what they eat.
Oh, this looks like a very little baby. Let us know in the comments.
and we have Snuggles, and I feed him in bed. And then we usually turn on Maverick City Christian worship music. It's like rock music, and he jams out for a good 15 minutes. And then that's when I go into the kitchen.
He jams to rock music. How old is the little baby?
I am a high caffeine coffee drinker.
Okay. All right.
Bring on the anti-caffeine, anti-coffee propaganda, Freelee. Give it to me. I've missed it.
So obviously we have a big problem here. I am a high caffeine coffee drinker.
The first step is admitting it.
So she's starting her day with drugs. She's telling us first up that she has a deficient diet. She has an issue with the diet. Before even seeing this, I can tell you for sure she's not having enough fruit. And she's probably not getting enough clean carbohydrates. She's probably having too much fat. She's interrupting the uptake of the sugar into the cell, the glucose into the cell.
I can already tell she doesn't eat enough fruit. I can already tell. She doesn't eat enough carbs. I can already tell. She hasn't really touched on her daily meal plan, but I can already tell. Okay, Freelee. Now let's get back to Freelee's diagnosis of drug addiction, because coffee.
Oh, and that's going to be causing an issue and making her want to go for the coffee because she's not getting enough good fuel, like real food. This is not food. We should not start our day with anything other than food. Obviously water first, but then eat food, not drink drugs. First issue.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I have 3 to 4 cups a day. Do not judge me. Do not come for me in the comments.
I'm coming for you, sis. I'm coming for you, sister, okay? Because, look, people who actually care about other humans like myself, they do come for you.
Never trust someone who needs to let you know how much of a good person they are. I say I try to be a good person, but I know I'm not perfect, and I know that I mess up, and I know I say things, and I know I upset people. Like, I know it, and I'll call myself out on it freely. I care about other people. Let your actions, let your words show that you care about other people instead of telling us you care about other people. Show us.
Okay, they come because they want to help. Genuinely from a place of love, okay? I want to help her get off the drugs. I want to let her know that this is a poor example she's setting for others. Okay, that's why I speak up. If everyone stays silent, then no one's going to know what's right or what's, healthy.
She knows her coffee consumption, her caffeine consumption is not healthy. She's not promoting it as a healthy thing. She's not saying it's healthy in any way, shape, or form. She's not saying that other people should do it. She's just saying, I do this. By saying, please don't judge me for it, that's admitting that she knows there's something not quite right by the amount that she is consuming. So she is very self-aware of that. And for Freelee to then come after that, that doesn't make any sense. That's not loving. That's focusing on one little fact and ignoring everything around it. She's just focusing on the fact that this woman drinks coffee, even though she's self-admitted saying, I probably drink too much.
Or anything. We need to give feedback. We need to speak up. So she obviously doesn't want to be called out. Like 3 to 4 cups a day is it's excessive. 1 cup is excessive. We shouldn't be starting our day with drugs or having it throughout the day to prop ourselves up. Real food, real food, real food. Please, bring it back.
It is my life. I drink about a gallon of water a day to, counteract all the caffeine. I'm not a tea girl. I take my coffee hot and black. Sometimes I go out for a special coffee, like a latte with oat milk. My favorite coffee place down the street is called Butler. I live in Dumbo. So good. In the morning,
people have this whole, ceremony kind of thing, around coffee, this whole ritual around coffee, and it's just so important to them. That's because they're addicted.
No, that's because it's delicious and maybe slightly addicted. I mean, yeah, caffeine is a drug, but trying to equate coffee with drug addiction ain't gonna fly with people like me.
Okay, a lot of people try and tell me, I just like the taste. But when they try and give it up, you're going to realize what the problem is, because you're going to really have this I need my coffee, these withdrawals.
You can still like the taste and still go through withdrawals and have bad experience when you're trying to cut back.
And like a video I did recently on Unnatural Vegan, which I'm going to put out soon, just her coffee addiction is just out of control.
I'm pretty sure a natural vegan only drinks 2 cups a day, if that. I know she just has coffee in the morning, maybe sometimes one a little bit later. That's not excessive.
And it's not good for us. We are frugivores. We need to get the fruit in, or else we're going to go for the drugs. Can you hear the cockatoos? The cockatoos are going crazy in the background. I don't know.
I eat breakfast right away. I am a big breakfast eater. Also, I'm breastfeeding, and we have to take in so many calories when we're breastfeeding, so I feel like a bottomless pit at all times. Usually, I make scrambled eggs, and that's also what Isaac eats as well. What I like to do is I like to take out this little frying pan, and I spray a little bit of coconut oil on it, just a little bit, and I take 2 eggs, put them in, put some oat milk in, season it with a little Himalayan sea salt, and then I scramble it in the pan.
Oh, look at it. Seriously, come on, no. This is not food. This is not food for the frugivore.
Correct. Eggs are not part of a frugivore diet. The lucky thing, though, in this scenario is Ashley Graham is a human, and humans aren't frugivores.
Okay? We're not meant to be consuming the hensies, the menstruations, the unfertilized chicken eggs, unfertilized reproductive cycles of a chicken. It's just not food, you know what I mean? And this is part of why she's going for the coffee. Egg eaters and coffee and drugs.
I'm going to make a mental note of that. If you eat eggs, that equals drinking coffee. I don't eat eggs, but I drink coffee. So am I the anomaly in this scenario? As well as all the other, vegans and people who have egg allergies who also drink coffee? Are we all just rare? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us.
You know?
Hot. I kind of like them runny, and the oat milk brings this fluffiness to it while it's getting hot. I kind of like them runny.
To me, this is absolutely gross. Okay, this looks gross, okay?
Yeah, it's probably gross to a lot of people, but to Ashley Graham, the person eating it, it's not gross. Food choices are based on preference. Just because Freelee doesn't like something doesn't mean the person eating it needs to stop eating it. There are reasons to not eat eggs. Freelee not liking it is not one of them.
And some of you might be like, no, it looks yummy, but I haven't had eggs for over 15 years. I've been vegan since 2007, January 2007. I haven't had eggs for, hang on, is it 14 years? 14, that's a long time, right? Over 14 years. I have no absolutely no craving at all to have these little acid balls.
Because you haven't had them in 14 years. You crave what you eat, so if you cut something out, if you craved it in the past, the more you not eat it, the less likely a craving will occur for that thing. I don't know why she's bragging about not eating eggs for 14 years, and then that means she doesn't, want to eat them. Yeah, because you're not eating them. That's how cravings work.
It just... no.
Runny, and the oat milk brings this fluffiness to it. Oh, it is so good. And at the same time, I'm putting in a gluten-free bread. I am obsessed with bread, but recently I cut gluten out. Game changer. If you are tired and your joints hurt, just cut out.
Gluten, it is important to cut out gluten, okay? But bread is highly processed and it's not optimal. Starting your day with this dry, super processed old flour.
But bread is a carb. She wants everyone to just eat carbs, and then when people eat carbs, she discriminates against the type of carb that they're eating. I don't understand.
I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's not a food. It's not a food.
Bread is not a food. We've heard it here first. Bread is not a food, but it's a carb. I'm so confused.
You should be eating fruit. Get it together, come on.
Oh yeah, we should have seen that one coming. You should be eating fruit. Nah.
This is not real food.
I had gluten for a couple of days. I saw the difference immediately. So I like to put a little bit of dairy-free butter on my toast. I kind of go a little bit ham because in my head I'm like, it's not real butter, it's dairy-free butter. It's the same calories, whatever. And then I put my eggs on top and I eat it like an open-faced sandwich.
So she said she has some pig flesh in there.
No, she didn't. Oh my god. Freelee doesn't know what it means to go ham. She puts a lot of dairy-free butter on the bread. She doesn't actually eat ham. Oh, Freelee. Freelee. You're embarrassing me.
But, people become like that when they start eating animals and start eating their flesh, You don't want to become a zombie, right? Okay.
Oh, and then at the same time, I don't really ever sit down because I have a little baby that's usually watching Moana in a high chair, and then I'll probably be making my second cup of coffee. And depending on if I want to have a juice, I love the brand. And
doesn't she realize that, the reason she wants the coffee is because the breakfast was inadequate? She didn't meet her basic needs. It's that simple. Breakfast did not work. The brain is like, no, that breakfast did not work for me.
Food has calories. Calories is your source of energy. Food also fills you up. For me, a heavy breakfast kind of sets up my day to just be kind of lazy or lethargic and just not feeling super motivated. If I do eat breakfast, I do like a lighter breakfast, but then coffee gives me that kick of energy. Not to say the breakfast doesn't give me energy because it has calories, so therefore it's going to energize me to a point. If I were to eat the amount of calories at breakfast to give me the same sort of jolt of energy or push of energy that caffeine would, I'd actually want to take a nap rather than be energized because it would just be so heavy. She can argue that fruit doesn't leave you heavy. The amount of fruit that she is encouraging people to eat first thing in the morning is going to make you bloated, feel sick, and just want to take a nap because it's so much.
It's toxic, okay? So where is my energy? Where's my fuel? Where's my real fuel? Brain fuel. Didn't get it? So then the brain's like, oh, just give me a hit, So that psychoactive stimulant is going to, give her that adrenaline kick. Fake energy.
Natalie's, it's this perfect, little bit of tartness. That's my morning breakfast. And then I can get my day started.
When I discovered that I like grapefruit juice, where has this been all my life? This is amazing. So if you've never tried grapefruit juice, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, grapefruit, they're sour. Give grapefruit juice a chance. You might be surprised. It's pretty delicious.
Which means I'm probably going straight to the computer and
Okay, so she had a little bit of juice there. Alright, so.
Answering emails after emails because I like to get my work done in the morning so I feel much more accomplished at the end of the day. And a lot of what I've been doing right now is my podcast, pretty big deal, prepping for it, getting ready for my interviews, researching who I actually want to be interviewing.
Okay, so she's doing a little promotion here. I'll do a little promotion too right now because, look, Ashley, you need to get on Raw till 4.
We're going to skip her little self-promotion because we don't care.
Viewing. For days on set, what I'll do is my favorite bone broth is from this place in New York called Brodo.
Yuck! What? Why are you eating the cooked bones of an animal? That's what it is. The essence, the juice out of the bones of an
I love that she's calling it bone juice. The juice of a bone.
It blows my mind. What are we doing as frugivores? What are we doing?
Living as non-frugivores because we're not frugivores. I think that's what we're doing.
Do any of you just sit back and go, what is this world I'm living in? Why are people drinking the bones of animals?
What world do we live in where just because you don't like something, you expect people to just listen to you and follow what you like. I'm confused by that world, and apparently that's the world we all live in. I'm confused, but I'm generally confused.
You know, it's like some disturbing sacred ritual from the past, like drinking the bones of animals. Like, I don't know, it's just sick.
It is so yummy. I keep them in my freezer, so I'll pop one of those in my bag. When I'm there, I'll maybe have someone order me a gluten-free cookie. And now
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get over the bone broth. Like, and Kylie Jenner was into it too. It's obviously circling around Hollyweird. So, you know, they're all jumping on it. They're like, oh, maybe this is, you know, I'm going to lose weight this way or something. You know, it's usually something as fickle as that.
that's kind of like what I'll have on set to keep my energy up. And I'll probably...
Yeah, so she has cookies, you know, because there is a lot of sugar in there, and the brain's like, okay, finally get some sugar, but there's also a lot of fat. But, you know, think about the animals.
A cookie, which, yes, there's fat content. There's also carb content. Still not good enough. Think about the animals. Aren't you happy there's all the sugar and the carbs? Aren't you happy about that? No? Can we ever win with Freelee? No?
Think about your health. Think about the animals. They don't want you drinking their bones, right?
Probably have another coffee. Some other snacks that I like to have on set nearby when I'm working are peanut M&Ms, specifically peanut M&Ms. They warm my heart. And avocado with sea salt and a little bit of olive.
Ah, yes, avocado with sea salt. Give me some. I love it, okay? Good. It's not a big source of carbohydrates, but it is a whole food. We like that, and it's healthy. It's a fruit. Yes. You don't have to put oil on it, though. This refined 100% oil that does not have carbohydrates, does not have minerals, you know, does not have vitamins. It's just 100% refined fat. You don't need that in your diet. Don't let anyone try and tell you that you need it. Okay, they're lying to you.
I'm here to tell you, you do need fat in your diet. Please don't listen to Freelee's anti-fat propaganda. Please eat your fat. You need it. Your body needs it. Your brain needs it. You need it. Eat fat. That's my PSA for right now.
It's a big marketing scam. So, also she had... peanut M&Ms. How old are those peanuts in there? I just want to know how old those peanuts are. Like, I've been eating fresh raw peanuts, and they're so different from these roasted, abused peanuts, you know, that are covered in this solidified bovine secretion with caffeine, with, theobromine with the cacao.
I think the word you're looking for is chocolate, and they're delicious.
Alright, they're so different. You know, this is obvious just junk food, okay?
Creaminess of the avocado. Speaking of snacks, I love anything uber wet, cold, and crunchy. So where were we? Lunch.
Okay, cucumber. She got some fresh there. Yeah, but just a slice. She probably only eats like maybe half a cucumber. This is not enough, okay? Her bowels are going to be backed up.
She probably only eats half a cucumber. Is that an insult? Can you eat a whole cucumber? Now that's impressive.
I'm telling you, they're going to be backed up. Sis, you need to get some actual fruit fiber in there. You need more fiber in your diet, that is for sure.
Usually when I eat for lunch, I will have a sweet green salad. When I was pregnant, I thought that I was going to be craving like mac and cheese, fried chicken, like all of my indulgences, but I just needed like a big old sweet green salad, sometimes two for lunch when I was pregnant, but now that I'm not eating for two, I just have one.
I mean, obviously she's not just eating a salad like this. Like, people need to be more, like, transparent. But she probably will explain more, but...
I'm sorry, my furnace just kicked on, so if you can hear that, that's what that annoying noise is. Does Freelee not know what stock photos are?
You know, half the stars put up just a green salad without anything on it. Like, no one wants to eat it like this, right? Except raw fooders, really, when you get good quality greens. That's a different story, but what's she going to put on it? That's what we need to know.
For two, I just have one. I usually like to have a romaine lettuce, Parmesan chips with an avocado.
Parmesan chips. So, one of the worst cheeses you can eat, just so aged and... No. If you want joint inflammation, if you want just inflammation throughout your whole body, really, then eat cheese, okay? And also, you are hurting mother cow and her baby.
It's interesting she mentioned oat milk, dairy-free butter. I think there was another mention of a non-dairy alternative. But now Parmesan chips, this is interesting. So obviously she's not like dairy-free, but she is cutting back, and I think that's commendable.
Please research dairy and the cruelty.
She may have already researched the cruelty behind dairy, and that's why she uses oat milk in her coffee and her eggs, and that's why she put dairy-free butter on her toast. Cutting back makes a big difference.
So, chicken, carrots, cucumber.
Chicken is just like, why didn't they put a picture of the chicken to make that connection? An actual chicken. You know, that would be quite shocking for the audience, wouldn't it? But that would be telling the truth.
I think 99% of people know that chicken, like cooked, I think they know what a real chicken looks like, and they know that it was living at one point. I'm pretty sure most people know that connection. As much as Freelee wants to believe everyone's stupid, I don't think people are that dumb. I'm sure there are some people who don't know that the food on the plate, chicken, comes from the animal chicken. I'm gonna give most people the benefit of the doubt and say most people no. So it wouldn't shock anybody, is what I'm trying to say.
Honey mustard or like a spicy chipotle dressing.
Yeah, so after a while it just becomes like, it's not even a salad anymore. You know, it's just drowned with all this, like, the cheese and the chicken and the dressings and stuff like that. It becomes not so healthy and low in carbohydrates. Where are the carbs? Where is the fruit? A salad like that is not going to sustain you when it comes to carbs.
It will sustain you because of all the, you know, the cheese, the avocado, the chicken, the dressing. That stuff is going to sustain you. It's going to fill you up. You don't need fruit. You don't need sugary carbs to sustain you. Protein and fat are actually the macronutrients that satiate you, make you feel full.
It's kind of disturbing that a frugivore would be salivating over eating a chicken, huh?
We're not frugivores. I'm going to say it forever. We are not frugivores, so yeah, we can salivate over non-fruit.
6 p.m. That's also by the nature of the fact that Isaac goes down around 8 p.m. My friends call it the early bird special or Granny's Delight. You can always find a reservation at 6 p.m. in New York City, but also I just feel better when I eat early, and then that way later if I'm going to have like a little snack, I can have something light, but I don't feel like I'm heavy when I go to bed.
Yeah, I like that too. I like going to bed, I like eating early, not eating too late, not eating dinner too late. It is definitely best for digestion. I don't feel heavy because my food is light.
I feel like Freelee is the type of person who will subtly hint that you should like stop eating at 7 p.m. Like that diet myth. I feel like she thinks it's true. Your body actually doesn't know what time it is and will digest how it wants to digest, regardless of what time it is.
I don't cook, so I'm kind of at the mercy of whoever's around me to cook for me or delivery. But my husband, oh God bless Justin, because he can cook. Woo woo. For the first 2 weeks after I had Isaac, we ate the same thing every day. Creatures of habit. But we had lamb stew every night, and it is...
So where is the picture of the lamb? Like, that's the whole food, right? The lamb. Why don't we show the lamb? But no, we're not going to show a cute lamb, are we? Because that would make the audience be like, oh, like, I feel really bad for the lamb. Because they're like, oh, hang on a second, is that what I'm really eating? Like, the cognitive dissonance is so obvious here, you know? Anyway, she's eating lambs. She's eating babies.
I'm going to speak for my family. Most of my family still eats meat, and they are well aware of where the meat comes from. They've made that connection, which I think is the case for most people. Again, I don't think people are dumb. Some are, but I don't think most.
Unbelievable.
I know I'm stopping it a lot, but I actually have to stop it quite a bit or they do a copyright claim on me. And also, I just got so much to say. All right, I've got so much to say. The fact is that she has a baby herself, and she's also eating babies, okay? And she's exterminating babies when she eats eggs, okay? Exterminating baby male chicks when she eats the eggs. She's eating baby chickens. She's eating lamb. What's going on? She's also exploiting baby cows.
Back when I was like a crazy vegan, I definitely exploited the mother argument. If you're a mother, how could you eat, baby cow, or, drink milk because you're stealing from the baby cow, or eat eggs because of the killing of the baby chicks? Like, you're a human mother. Don't you sympathize? It's an appeal to motherhood, and it works on some people. Like, a lot of the emotional arguments of veganism, I just feel like you have to be very diplomatic about who you choose to use those arguments with. I'm not here to force or convert the whole world. That's not my purpose as a vegan myself. I've gone a long time without saying I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan. Present. Now that we've got that out of the way, I've noticed that you kind of have to gauge the person that you're conversing with and then play out in your brain which argument or which part of veganism do you want to share with that person. Every person's going to respond differently. So the appeal to motherhood, I've shared that with a lot of mothers in my family, and they're all just like, okay, you don't have that connection with a cow that you do with your own child that you carried for 9 months and then birthed. Maybe the mother cow feels the same way about her calf that you do about your baby, but you are not required as a human mother to feel any sort of sentiment to a baby animal. Just because I cry when I see baby pigs being abused or hurt, just because I cry doesn't mean you have to cry.
Carbs. because she's having dairy and she's having all this cheese. There's a lot of exploitation of babies here.
Having all this dairy and all this cheese. She mentioned cheese, I think, twice. A lot of her dairy consumption has been non-dairy. Is Freelee even paying attention to what she's watching? I feel like Freelee's the type of person who comes up with things she wants to say, doesn't really pay attention to the conversation or the video because she's so set on saying her points, even when they don't really apply.
Not good.
It takes 2 hours to make. He cooks it all on the stove, and it's like lamb, purple potatoes, whole garlic, and then he puts it in the oven for an hour and a half. And
Why even include the lamb? Just get some plant-based, meat if you really must, or just have potatoes. Load up the potatoes. It's so much more satisfying, healthy.
Because potatoes don't have protein, and lamb does. I don't know. Science, nutrition, maybe one of these is why.
Healthy, ethical.
when it comes out, it kind of is like, you have to stir it because it looks kind of gross, and then all of a sudden it's like, ah. But it's super delicious, super filling, and especially after you have a baby, they say to eat lots of like really hot nutritional food. And the meat that we get is from...
After you have a baby, to eat lots of hot nutritional food. That's a bizarre one. I've never heard that before. The doctors of today say you need some cooked food. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, cooked food, definitely ridiculous. Put that in the ridiculous column. Cooked food, crazy, novel idea.
My favorite butcher in Park Slope.
Okay, so she's eating cows as well. And we all know they're only a couple of years old when they're slaughtered, so they're also essentially babies. They're meant to live to something like 20 years. They're slaughtered about like 1 or 2.
Called Fleischers. They've got a farm upstate. We know where the animals came from, and I really...
Okay, she's trying the ethical card here. She's pretending that she can eat animals and also care about them. No, sister, you can't. Think about it. You can't ethically eat someone. You cannot ethically eat someone who wanted to live, right?
We know where the animals came from, and I really love their butchery. Also, on nights that aren't...
I really love their butchery. This is pretty sick. I really love their butchery.
Didn't Freelee just say a few moments ago that humans need to make the connection? Ashley Graham is making the connection, and she's then making a choice for her and her family. Yeah, I think that animals should not be killed for food. I think it's unnecessary. But I also know that that is a choice. And it's not us to judge their ethics or their morality or their character based on that choice. I hate it that people, when they find out I'm vegan, they automatically judge me. So I'm not going to judge other people for their food choices because I'd prefer if people didn't judge me for mine.
But she said she basically cares about the animals. Okay.
We don't have 2 hours to make a lamb stew, and when I say we, I mean Justin. He'll make this thing called General Chicken, and it's not General's Chicken like Chinese food, it's just called General Chicken because it's literally just General Chicken.
Okay, so more animals. Like seriously, I'm going to stop it there because I can't watch the whole entire thing. How much fruit was there in this day? How much fruit? Maybe a tomato and a cucumber, non-sweet fruit and avocado. I did not see any sweet fruit at all. I did not see any sweet fruit. Can you see the connection here with the drugs, with the psychoactive stimulants, with the caffeine? Very, very obvious, okay, why she is reaching for the drugs instead of actual whole foods.
I don't eat sweet fruit every single day, and since I don't do it, other people don't need to do it either. That's the logic that I'm learning. So I'm going to end the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I don't mind. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to go follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you next time.